Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Zach here, bringing you another Walking Dead World Beyond video. Season 2, Episode 9 just came out on AMC Plus today, so we have one more episode for the finale for AMC Plus holders. So, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it yet, or if you don't have AMC Plus, come back when it airs on TV next week. And yeah, the title of this episode is Death and the Dead. And yeah, this episode, right from the get go, kind of action packed. It starts out with the CRM searching the gold mine right away. And basically, Leo and them, they're presumably somewhere inside the CRM in one of the lab facilities, staking out. Apparently, one that doesn't have power, I guess, or necessarily way to be tracked. I don't know. I was a little confused by that, but nonetheless, they're in some kind of facility. But basically, they detonate the C4 that was stuck to one of the walkers when they were approaching the CRM down there, collapsed the mine a little bit, but killed some people. And that's when Leo talks to Jadis and is like, "You're gonna give us some trucks. We have Mason and this and that, and basically like we have a hostage, so like you have to like collaborate with us here." So like Jadis does offer up the trucks and stuff, and we also get another scene where Dennis is like they get him back to the junkyard area where Silas was, and Silas has to hold him down while Percy removes the bullet, and like Silas even offers like Dennis to say something to Huck on the walkie in case he doesn't make it, but like Dennis is like, no, the plan's too important. Like we have to we can't sacrifice the plan, and yeah, so like Felix has this weird scene where he meets up with the soldiers. He told one of them he'll shoot him, but if he sees them again, but basically he makes sure the trucks are there and find out that there's this whole like diverted plan where Leo's gonna leave with the scientists and make it seem like the whole group left, but there's still a few left. And really, what the secret prerogative of that is they're gonna try to basically what break into the place where the gas is stored to destroy it. And basically, like Mason isn't to be harmed. The original plan is to drop him off a couple miles away from the CRM so that they can recover him after they get away. Obviously, that's not how things go in this at all. And basically, Silas and Elton are supposed to fulfill the plan, and they're like drawing these walkers towards the research facility. But Silas wants to stop there quick and get some medicine, which he was reintroduced with. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was one of the kids that got promoted that was at the same place that Silas was at under Dennis's crew. And he's going to kill Silas, but Elton ends up batting him over the head, knocking him out, and saving him. And I thought that was weird because they were like taking their time in the pharmacy area. And I'm like, he's just going to wake up and come back. But then he ends up getting eaten by the walkers because like the walkers are already starting to approach the facility. And yeah, so like they end up like, how are we gonna get out? Well, this was this really, I don't know, realistic moment, no, but really fun and cool moment, yes. They basically get in that statue globe that the perimeter made for them, turn into a bowling ball, and just start plowing through the walkers till they can get out of the research area. And it was really funny. Realistic, no, but it was cool. I liked it. I dig it. So yeah, they get out of there, and we got the group leaving. It's basically Felix, Hope, Iris, and Percy, and Mason being held hostage. And they're getting to the trucks, and that's where they're met with Jadis, and they have this really crazy standoff. And we get to find out Jadis is inclined to tell them while they're holding Mason hostage, and really, it's what it ends up being is a big diversion to get a sniper in place. But what ends up happening or the reason why they destroyed Omaha and Campus Colony and stuff, basically 2 years ago they were realizing that the other communities got too reliant on what they were doing and that they wouldn't be able to self-sustain and it was going to start eating away at the CRM's resources and they were going to have to cut ties with them and then that they would probably starve, spread disease over the course of the next couple of years and die a slow life. And in their eyes, they put mercy by killing them on the spot rather than just let them die out naturally or fend for themselves, which pisses Hope off because she's like, "Who are you to decide?" And Jadis says, which I don't know if it's necessarily true or if she was saying it, that they transported the children out, people that are valuable, like Hope herself and Dr. Leo and all that, which I guess that's stuff that they could have been doing throughout the whole time of the alliance if they knew they were going to do this the whole time, or at least in the last 2 years, anyways. So yeah, that's like supposedly the big reveal of why they destroyed and why they're going to be going after Portland next. So what we did find out when they went to go destroy the gas is it was moved. So we had there's like this overlying thing basically over the episode, even though they're kind of getting away with their plan is like they're not going to be able to save Portland. But basically the sniper gets in place, walkers come up, it kind of breaks the formation. The sniper starts shooting, Jadis yells one shot kills, and Mason takes off. Percy's like, I'm gonna get him. And after like all the dust settles, like with a couple CRM soldiers falling from getting shot, killing some walkers, Huck also has Jadis pinned down with the gun. We come to find out that one of the shots did connect, and it was Percy in the head, and that's the scene from the trailer of Iris crying, and that really triggers Hope to want to kill Mason, and Iris is actually surprisingly the one that stops her because like she went through all this stuff in the beginning of the season when she killed the CRM soldier. She's like, you don't want to rekindle this because Hope also finally was feeling better after like confessing that she ended up being the one that killed Elton's mom, and like little flashbacks of that started up. And like this whole episode, like Hope was a little conflicted because she like thought maybe like these were good people and stuff, but then like she was getting flashes while she was like killing the walker that was in the like thawed out area where the gas was supposed to be, which ended up being Lila. And like she was getting these flashes and like ultimately flipped her mind like, yeah, fuck these people. We don't want them. Like, yeah, they're no good. They're evil. So like when it comes down to it, they're able to hop into a car, everyone but Huck and Felix, Hope, and Iris start driving off. And Huck's sitting there, and Jadis is like, well, I guess your mom was right. I'll tell you what, people are coming, you don't live this. I'll give you a 5 to 10 minute head start, if you go now. And you're resourceful, who knows what you might be able to do. Well, then Mason's about to be attacked by walkers, so Jadis runs to save him. Huck puts a couple walkers down for her, and then hops in the Jeep and takes off. And yeah, Jadis is really pissed, and like we get this scene of while Huck's driving off, like she obviously just it's kind of like in episode what was it, episode 6 of Fear, Isabel, we find out Isabel left all her CRM stuff behind to help Al. Well, basically Huck just did the same for this group. Now she's like, there's no going back at this point. There's just none. So we also get that little tense scene that we get Jadis in the original trailer for season 2, where she's talking to Major General Beale. She's letting him know to escalate the bombing of Portland because she thinks it could has an attempt to be compromised, so they need to escalate it. And basically, she wishes that she would have been here sooner so she could have stopped the rot from happening. And he's putting full trust in her to get this done. And so that's kind of where we leave it off with Jada. So she's gonna be like, she has extra reinforcements, and this is the last episode. She's gonna be geared up and ready to go. Um, Also, like what we find out what Leo was holding in the trailer, that little pointy thing. They laid spikes, so his Humvee was tires were popped, and he let the group know that hey, I got pretty much everybody else in one. We got a little group here. We're trying to get a patch, but we know that these people probably ain't far behind us. And this is right after Felix, Hope, and Iris get to the rendezvous. So Felix is going on foot to go try to help them because they're somewhere around 2 miles out. And after that, Elton and Silas walk up, and this is the first time these four have been. This is what the series started out with, was them four, and then Huck and Felix joining up. So I can't help but think that Huck and Felix are going to be with these four at some point, whether that there's deaths or not. I think before that, just to kind of like rekindle that spirit of how the show started out. But like, yeah, it was the first scenes where like even Hope and Elton haven't seen each other since like when Elton was like heartbroken to find out that his mom was killed by, he has this weird feeling about Hope, but they hugged, and Silas learns what happened to Percy. And in the meantime, Huck makes it to Dennis, and she gets to talk with them, and she's like, what happened to you? And he's like, got too close with the kid. And like basically he asked the same to her, and she basically had the same answer. And what we're led to believe is because Huck comes out of there crying, what we're led to believe is Dennis probably passed away, so those antibiotics that Silas and Elton were able to get might not be able to help that situation. And also Elton took some like insulin or something, it looked like, too. But what Huck looks over and what she sees, what she starts to realize, and then she calls our group. Do you guys still have the C4? They stashed the they stashed all the gas supposedly somewhere by Dennis's area. So we know what this final episode is going to be. Basically, a chase for them to try to blow this up and save Portland. But are they going to be able to do it? Is what the question is. So we didn't see any Will in this, and I know I pointed out when in my breakdown for the trailer for this episode, when I went through the season 2 trailer, there was scenes of Will we hadn't seen yet. So I'm guessing that they're saving those all for final episodes. So some of those pictures that I showed off, it seems like those are in the part of the final episode, which surprised me. They showed us some stuff towards the end. Um, I do feel like I don't know if I had to guess, I'll put more of this in like the trailer breakdown and kind of prediction, but there probably is going to be at least a handful, like 2 or 3 deaths, I would imagine, from our group. It can't be the happiest of ending, but some of them can get away. I would understand that, but like they're going against the CRM. These guys are a full military force. Like yeah, I've seen like other people say like they would be ashamed if these guys were able to just destroy the CRM like that, but Rick struggled, and I kind of agree. However, I do think it's creative with what they've done to like give the CRM troubles in this. So I don't know. This episode was pretty good. I'm glancing through my pictures to make sure I didn't really miss anything. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, a very action-based episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited for the finale. I'm a little sad that it's almost over because, like, with it once came in, like the show got really good, and it's really worth noting that we'll have Jadis and Elizabeth Kublet in the last episode. So I really hope they get to work together. Those are 2 characters that would be really nice to see in the Rick movies. So that would be really cool. But we'll see what I'm really hoping for a major General Beale reveal. That'd be really cool, even if it's like a post-credit scene or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think's gonna happen, what you guys thought about this episode. I'll be having a trailer breakdown the next day or two, so we can put some predictions down there if you guys would like. And thanks for watching, and be sure to tune into the Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 review when I have it up later today on the channel. Peace.